Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for is now here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Get him, Poppy.
Now, rocking with
DZ the Incredible.
You got it locked into live and direct. We in full effect. It's your man DZ the Incredible in your company once again. And before we get into it, I got to remind you that Live in Iraq is brought to you by Mac Joe's Cookie Treats and Sweets, who bake up the most delicious decorated and specialty cookies and cinnamon rolls in the Bahamas. Make sure you check out their Facebook page at Mac Joe's Cookie Treats and Sweets. And right about now, we got our guest in the building, Mr. Vaughn Trap. What's good, man?
How you go? Everything good. They battling a hangover right now. But I alright.
Been partying hard last night.
I've been to my first fit.
Your first fit? I ain't been to one yet. But
no,
anyway.
don't go, bro. Don't go, bro. It's throw pain and thing at you, bro.
So, what's going on, though?
I good. Been right here working, trying to stay kinetic out the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, my first question to you would be, where did you get the name Vaughn Trap?
Everybody, I feel like she didn't know the story behind that, though.
You see, you ain't tell me the story yet.
All right, yeah, partner this. All right. So, when I was young, one of my favorite movies, still to this day, one of my favorite movies is The Sound of Music. So, I used to watch it with my grandmother. The father in that, Captain Georg Von Trapp. He had like 7 kids, but he is like a widower. And like he get like this lady from the Abbey, like this nun. And she like was their living mother. But his name was Von Trapp, and that was one of my favorite movies. So yeah.
Yeah, man. And it's funny that you should tell me the story, because I didn't watch that movie 5,000 times.
Yeah, that's a dread movie.
I'd watch that tonight if I could find that. I watched that.
Anybody who ain't watched The Sound of Music, you should watch The Sound of Music.
And when I first heard about you, the first thing that came to my mind was that dude from that movie when I heard Von Trapp.
Like, I don't want to age y'all, right? But like, who it was? It was Les on the street. She was like, yeah, she liked the movie. Like, more so people in like the generation before me know, but a lot of people like my age don't really know.
Yeah.
But like I said, my Grammy put me on there too.
Yeah, man. That's a good movie. It's good to be grounded in classics, babe.
Real talk.
Good to be grounded in classics,
solid
man.
Foundation.
Yeah, bro. So, why you doing this? Because I asked that question because, you know, it's been the cry for many years. Man, ain't nothing happening in the Bahamas for music. We ain't got no industry. The artists losing instead of winning. Nobody making no money. But why you continuing to do this? What makes you, or what drives you to continue to spend your money going in the studio, buying beats, recording, putting music out there? What's your motivation? Why are you doing this?
I mean, to me, just music is just a form of self-expression. I feel like artists here get too hung up on the fact, like how you say just now, bohemian artist thing. Like, I don't really look at it like, I just look at myself as like an artist, and like it's just a form of expression. It's something I love to do. Like you say, like paying for studio time, like paying for beats. Like I just been blessed this far to like just mess with people who like see something in me, I guess, because like I don't really have to pay for it. Like I don't know why. I ain't saying it like in a cocky way, but like beats like T-Rex, like I feel like he's one of the best up and coming producers over here, if not the best. Like I just has worked with Rex, like Julio over at Sagini, like he been very lenient, like facilitating me just to do all these things, because I guess people see something in me. But like early on, like it was like a struggle paying for studio time and things. But like now, like the artists I feel like I go into is like a web and a system and a team around me kind of facilitates whatever I got going on. So like that makes it a lot easier. So like I don't have the headache of like trying to like figure stuff out as an artist in that regard. So like I could just focus more so on the art now. Yeah.
So what was that one thing that drew you to the genre of hip hop?
I had to tell people, like when I was growing up, I feel like I had 2 fathers. Like my dad and his younger brother, they were born in the same year. Like they 2 totally different people. They ain't twins, like they different, but they born the same year. Mm-hmm. I was exposed to like different styles of music from the 2 of them, spending time with the 2 of them. So like my father was more of a like Moxie Priest, Gloria Estefan. Like, and when it was rap with my daddy, it would be like the Fugees or stuff like that. Like my uncle was like more gangster rap, like, you know, like Ice Cube. So like I always saw rap as like I don't even know how to describe it, but like it's it's a form of real like it's raw expression.
Yeah.
Like closest to home, like what you see you could speak on. So like that's what draw me. And I can't sing, so like I never really feel to like sing. I trying to like get into it now and like learn to like take vocal lessons and like expand myself as an artist, of course. But like rap, I don't want to say it was the easiest thing to get into, but I found myself most comfortable doing that when it came to music. Rapping.
Yeah. So you can you remember like when it all started? Like what was the first like track you or not? Let me not even say track because I know that most artists just start writing.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't start in the studio. They just start writing at home. But what was that like first rap song that you wrote that let you know that okay, I can continue doing this because I think I doing the right thing.
Like a definitive song like that. Like I tell you, like you say, most people just, well, at least me, I speak for me. I start off writing because I always like English. You know what I mean? So like high school, I was like poetry deep into that. Like we had a poetry club. We just used to share poems under the tree lunchtime early in the morning. And like I started to watch like my brethren in school. Like from that, you had people who would do that. Then you had people who would like on lunchtime they'd have rap battles like in R&B. I went to R&B.
Yeah.
So like we'd be like by the big rubber tree doing some just like back and forth. Like I always like the spirit of competitiveness with it. And like I was like, that's just basically the English language, but look how people like being creative with it. So like me being like the competitive person, I was like, I want to do that. Like that seems cool to like you fighting with words. That's awesome. But then beyond that, just the art of writing and being able to like paint a picture with words to people, that was just like so amazing to me. You know, hearing so much other great artists before myself do it, like I was always just like, I want to do that with words.
So being in this Bahamian market right now, like any of the rappers from, I would say back then, I would say like 10, 15 years ago, any of the rappers that we have here in the Bahamian music circuit, any of them inspired you?
Oh yeah, like I would watch a lot of them, and this was like at a time where like I was still like just writing. I would never want say like I was gonna like start doing it, but it was just me like as a kid admiring what they was doing. Like, boy, look at that dude, like look what he doing. I'm like, you had Debo. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
Debo.
man.
Debo is like the coolest.
Who don't know
rapper
Debo,
ever,
bro?
Like when I was a little, then you had people like poured out a song on the radio, just like around the time of MySpace now, like just like on those stories and things. This is before I was doing music too. Get This Paper, I think the record with that was like blowing. I even thought it was a foreign artist, right? So like I remember going and just playing MySpace because he didn't have it on YouTube or nowhere. But one day I Googled the song because I keep hearing it on the radio. I was like, boy, I really like want this song. Like on my little, we had like MP3 players, but I was like, but I need this song. Like when I Google it, it like linked me to his MySpace page, and like I reach out to him on that. I was like, but you have the song anyway, I could download it. Like he didn't respond to me or something like that. But like I just had always tripled over that song too. Other rappers from here, I don't like, but when I was young, early on, like them two definitively, like, they was like, they was doing their thing. And I was like, I was like, wonder if I could ever do that, but it was cool at the time.
So, on your journey, you know, getting to where you at now, like give us a little insight on, you know, who was that first producer that you linked up with? It was first studio you went into and recorded.
First official studio was Commonwealth Studios. That's Dmac son.
Yeah.
Mark in the day. He was like very, very helpful early on. Like shout out DJ, but like for real. My first like really, really big song, Out the Water. I recorded that there. If anybody know Hurricane Vaughn, Perfect Susanu, all of those songs was recorded at Commonwealth Studios. So early on, me and Mark was jamming with my boy Martin boy too. Me and Martin went to RM together, but like he actually bring me down. I was like, boy, we're gonna do this. I was like, where we could record? And he's like, boy, you know, in Dread Studios, all that set up there. When we going to like, it was that for real. Because like, you know, dudes will like be like, yeah, you could record, this is a studio. Like you go there and like, dude, like putting you in the closet and thing. I was like, no. But like, that was it. And like, I was very comfortable there early on. He was like really good at like getting ideas out of my head and like making making like the track. Like I heard in my head, like he was good at doing that. So I worked with him a lot early on.
So when after you recorded your first set of songs, like those very first ones, like what was your feeling toward them? Were you skeptical about okay, I think this song could be a hit, or I think I can put this out and the people like it, or were you like kind of having reservations about releasing your earlier stuff?
Because I had stuff recorded for like a while, and I would never want to release them. I mean, I think most, if not all artists go through this phase, like where you don't like anything you make after like a couple hours of it being made, like you like, no, but that's trash. But like people around me was always like, they were so supportive, but I was be like, wait, cried no lotion, and be like, I don't, and I would always like kind of drag myself down, like want to create like the best product. But early on, like a lot of stuff I did, I withheld them for long, like Out the Water, Perfect Susnu, Hurricane Vaughn. They was recorded so long before I do the videos for them and dropped them, like almost 2 years. And like, look what like I do with them, like. But I really is like trying down a lot of myself. I had to learn how to get out of doing that, but like that's just was me early on. But then the more I would see like people react to it, like when you actually put visuals with one of these songs and like put it out into the world for people to like consume, like to be like, bro, this really have some potential to do like some great things. So like you have to learn as an artist to not beat yourself up so much. Not saying put out trash or like rush anything, but like, you know, find that balance and like let the work flow out of you, let it go out into the world and be received by people, because that's what the point of art is, I feel.
Yeah.
You know, everybody take it differently and see it differently. So don't beat yourself up too much. That's just a little bit of encouragement to like artists doing anything now. You know, because I going through it.
So how did you link up with Voice and his company? I don't want to say that because I don't want to pronounce the company name.
Everybody
wrong.
is get that wrong, but like I be like, yo, get Reed Bombers, Reed like Sagini Inc.
Sagini Inc.
Niggas be like Sagini.
Boy, that's one of the first things. That's how I started to call it early on.
People who like on this why we not can't pronounce. So that's pretty good ones for that.
So how you link up with them?
They find me, but like I was watching stuff. Like I see King Cloud, he had like this awesome video by Chase Fernandez. She had like these awesome videos, and like I big on visuals, dog. So I just was seeing these people, and I was like, wait, what's the machine behind these artists? Like I doing my thing, I getting all these visuals out. Like I have more videos than these artists, but like these stuff just have a certain aesthetic to it that I like. So like they actually come to me, they approach me, because like I was unsuccessful in trying to figure out like who was pushing them. But like after a while, like I just was like, forget about it, just keep doing you, like trust your process and keep driving on. But everything is happening for a reason, because like they end up finding me still. So yeah, I was like, when I got bring into the fold, I was like a little skeptical at first, because like it's like a publishing company, like I like the term label, like, you know, like it's kind of like I was standoffish because I like the idea of being independent and generating my own things and being fully in control with my craft. I don't want nobody ever tell me how to do what I want to do, because then it wouldn't be my thing anymore. Yeah. But like over there, like everything was like I say, like they made sure that I was like fully facilitated to do what I wanted to do. So that's why I don't have an issue being there. Like I comfortable. I don't know like other people's situation, but like I always speak on my situation. Yeah. So like it's a dread vibe. It's a dread web of people around me. It's a solid machine to propel you forward more so as an artist, speaking from my experience. So I'm grateful to them for that.
Right. Yeah. So another question I like to ask artists too, right? Like, who would be a few Bahamian artists that you definitely want to work with in the future? Yeah, even it's a bunch of rappers, yeah, like my age, school, yeah, like who I know, different dudes and things. Like beyond rap, I feel, because like I trying to like do new things too. I met Cupid over the other day at Mr. Jones' studio at Jones Communications. He was talking about his new video, Giving My Culture. And I like what he does with Rake and Scrape or whatever you want to dub it as. But he knows my dad, like they grew up through Keen and Lean together. Like, that was so weird that he told me that, because my dad is like an MC, not like a rapper, but like a master ceremonies type of,
shout out my old man. But I like what Cupid doing. I always wanted to work with Ronnie Butler, but then we had his unfortunate passing last year. That really affected me because it was always something like I really genuinely wanted to do. I used to listen to his music like in my Grammy kitchen all the time, him Smokey Double O. And like when I saw what the Exile Boys did with him, like I ain't gonna lie, it's kinda sudsy. At first I was like, boy, let's take my idea. I guess do the song with him, and like me and my dad like been like working on our relationship. Like, I was like, Daddy, like there's certain connects to people you have that I don't necessarily need you to help me with this. And like while we was in the process of making that happen, he unfortunately passed away. Like I have a picture of him and my dad shaking hands when he's at that live concert on my Instagram. And like it has bothered me, but like that was a big dream of mine to work with Ronnie Butler. Other artists, I have a few features on the upcoming project. Chase, I finally do a song with Chase. I finally do a song with Judah. Like there was people I always wanted to work with. So for this first project, I wanted to like have some features there and like have fun with features. So I try to like snag at all the features like I wanted. I get Chase, I get Judah, amongst others like Folk Grizzy on my project. But it's a few others like out there that don't come to mind right now, but I definitely open to working with people and like creating and generating this new direction for Bahamian music. Like I said, I don't like to call it that, but we as Bahamians. That's a touchy subject too. Like, should it be called Bahamian music? Should we refer to ourselves as Bahamian artists? What is traditional Bahamian music? This, that, and the next. Booga booga riri, everybody have something to say about it, but yeah.
All right, so we're going to take our world famous live and direct music break. We can check out some music from Von Trapp. This one's called Flawless. Shout out to Davis, the camera guy. Play this video crazy.
We have to clean this up.
You're now rocking with the camera guy.
Thanks, make the beat,
Pull up squad car, shotgun, riding short. The visions of me wrecking Lamborghini, playing Marzi. As a youngin' watching Dragon Ball Z made me slow. When you see me power up, so don't try stop me. Fresh to death, but balk you ASAP, looking like Rocky. Coolin' with some youngins, they babies collecting. See all slide up on me, funny thing you jiggy, drop your balls, G. Savage, let's in this shit by the park, now no one ballin'. I predict it, swinging, falling off, now they fallin'. Flow be coming off the top so easy, shit I'm ballin'. Problem they got a revolver, but you so come and solve me. Feeling like I'm Kodak, I'm blowing a bag of broccoli. This you think I'm sweet, but shit from sugar-free orbits. Need my pockets fat, that's why shit was fit in orbit. Women look at me and they tell me I'm gorgeous. Trap attack a track and I fucking flawless.
flawless victory.
Yeah, we were just checking out that flawless video by Von Trapp, man. Hey, you could remember when you shot that? You remember what was going on at the time? Where did the ideas come from for this video? Because I see you doing some different things, and
yeah, I was in a cool creative headspace. Like I was getting some dope inspiration from some dope people, and I just wanted to like level up again, like in my visuals. So I was like, I tell Davis, I was like, let's try to make this one different from anything we do. Like everything before was clean, but let's like try to take a different approach artistically. And it was a dark video. I was like in I wouldn't say in a dark headspace, but like I just felt menacing. Like it's reminiscent of like the Repellent music video I did in Manhattan when I went up to New York. Like it's like dark, the red, like the lights red and stuff like. I just wanted to go like left field. Like I like going left field. I like to keep going left field. Yeah.
So out of all the Bahamian rappers that we have,
Don't ask me who's my favorite, please.
No man, I ain't ask you that. What I gotta ask you is, out of all of the Bahamian rappers that are out there, including yourself,
Yeah.
if you was to rate yourself as one of the top 10 rappers in the Bahamas, where would you place yourself?
Number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
Why would you place yourself number one? Tell us why Von Trop
You
is
asked me
number
like,
one.
and I could say that. Like, not even like on no call, but like, I just feel like I'm different. Like, I hear it from people enough, and I didn't believe it when I heard it from people enough to like the point I'm at now. Like, even if you don't see it now, as like someone from the outside looking, and I feel like in the near future you could see it. Like the very near future, you'd see these words coming to fruition. Like not even like no cap. Like no cap from cap.
It's like I kind of see like some of the shenanigans you got going on Facebook.
But I just be speaking. Y'all the Empress show. I like to speak my mind, bro. We is free sentient beings, but we is free moral agents. But I could talk and say what I want.
I see, and sometimes I laugh because I say, all right, I see what Dude trying to do. Yeah, I see what
I just
doing.
as be like saying, and then people be, boy, you just as be. No, there ain't nothing besides the fuck. Like I just like to say what I like to say.
I think one of my funniest moments from you was,
oh God,
I think it was last year sometime, and you kind of called out the host of a Satan show.
Oh, that was with Dean. We's friends now, though. We's good. I was on the show after that. Like 2 weeks after that, I was on the show. So like, yeah, it's great. I didn't mind.
Not before fans beat you up though.
No, bro. I know, bro. These like people who look like this hang out at like your cafe and things comment and it's like, who is this young man? Who does he think he is? I was like, oh, flip. It's the Dean Hive, bro.
So check this out. Like, I know that in the past, and I would say 5 years, we have had some award shows pop up.
Yeah.
You know, and you know the purpose of these award shows, you know, it should, you know, they should always focus on rewarding or awarding Bahamians who have something going on, who legit in their field. And stuff like that. So, what's your feelings on these award shows? I ain't gonna call the names, but what's your feelings on the award shows that we have out now? And do you feel that the award shows themselves are legit? To say that, you know, you receiving a certain award makes you, well, hey, yeah, I used to be,
I mean, like, people say numbers don't lie, or like, you know, accolades or recognition would like make it more. Like it'd make it more official, I guess. Like if you win, but like I feel like with the awards here that we have here, the categories ain't like settled properly, as like definitively enough to like put different people in the right places they supposed to be to get pitted against each other and judged fairly. I feel like it's a lot of curry favor. I feel like it's a lot of starter stuff. I feel like people whose friends just get together and do cool, like, you know, like. But I mean, at the same time, you have some that I feel are like changing, and like as the years go by and they do a different one this year and the next one this year, they grow and they change categories, stuff start to get narrowed. So I guess it's like a trial and error process. I'm appreciative of them, you know, because it kind of gives artists something to work forward to. It's like a little incentive. And early on, like I was against them outrightly, because I always used to crack this joke on Facebook about the Bahamian Illuminati and like how only them people just get picked for certain things. So like
but that wouldn't be the first time I've heard that expression.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
heard that expression before. I've even heard names called. So I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but it feels good like now to like be like I say, to the point like where you grow as an artist, because like I get to open like the carpet show for the Elevation Awards on April 6th or 7th. I can't remember. I gotta check the calendar. But like to be recognized, like actually open one of these, like now it's like I remember, like, you know, everybody just was overlooking, but like now I feel like you have to refine yourself to a certain point. Like you shouldn't just expect people to just be like, okay, I gotta do that with you, I could do this with you, I could do this with you. But like I feel like it came after like me just like I say, fine-tuning some stuff first, tweaking some stuff, and then like you get like, you know, so you got doors open to you.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
So I heard through the industry grapevine, I heard you got some projects coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm working on my first project days before trap season.
All right.
And it's supposed to be like a prelude to trap season, which is supposed to be like the meat. But like days has been like a awesome experience recording it. Being that most of the song, every song on it was a throwaway song that I recorded with Rex last year in the old Sagini studio in Chippenham. And we was just kind of like, this was like a scrap project. But like this year, me and him were sitting down having a conversation, and we breathed some new life into it. We add the features, we rework beats, we redo vocals, we redo tracks and stuff. Like it's been a great experience in like recording my first project. So like look out for that. I don't have a set date for it yet. Still, but like very, very soon.
And the first one is called Dreams of Trap Season, which is going Days of Trap Season. Sorry, which is the prelude you said to Trap Season. Mm-hmm. So you don't have dates for any of them yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Near future for Days and later this year for Trap Season.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I interviewed an artist by the name of Redchin a few weeks ago.
That's my boy.
He made a comment referring to you. I'm going to play that back for you, and you tell me how you feel about it.
Von Trapp might be the first Bahamian artist to get a major deal.
So how you feel about that comment that Redchin made? Because that's a big statement right there.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know, way. On dog, that's like some profound stuff. Way. I agree with you, by the way, bro. I agree with that, bro. No, like, we ain't trying to get like a major deal. We like trying to like just get out there and put the culture out there, but like big looks like that, yeah, I feel that coming like in the near future. If not for me. If I could say like, I think like if it wasn't me, if I had to pick one, I feel like Sleepy Lex or like Twin them. If you would say like a definitive artist to be like someone found for me, or Joe Capone, because they like have these sounds that are
international
like
sound.
International. It ain't like it's like I'd say like commercial or like mainstream, but it could be more. It could be appealing to like an international audience. Yeah.
So. I know that recently you had like it was some things you were saying going back to your shenanigans on Facebook.
Bro, you know, we don't let this stay.
It's some things that I guess you put on Facebook regarding another Bahamian artist. Like, what's the deal with that?
Oh, I think this one you're talking about now is with Julian.
Yeah.
I mean, I just say I wasn't a big fan of his music. That's my opinion. I write it to have my opinion, bro. And like, he have a hive too, because it's come for me that day too. I was like, whoa. Like when his backup dances, like this boy was going all out for Julian. But I met Julian like the other day for the first time in person, I believe. And like it was love. It was cool. We spoke. I actually like what he doing with the school tour. Him and celebrity artist Jamal Roll, they got a good thing going on. I think they did like 60 schools. So like, bro, I could never hate on someone who doing something like that, or like of that magnitude. You for the culture, bro. I would never hate on you. I may still not like your music. It might be my cup of tea, and I could be real. I was like, listen to everything, but like, I just try to keep it 110, bro. Like, I just can't be no other way. But I meet him the other day at Mr. Jones' studio too. Like that was love, and like I said, I love what he doing.
Yeah, man. So let's take it back for just a few minutes. I know you mentioned your two projects that you're working on that you're bringing out this year. Give us an insight on the producers and. Drop a little more names on any features that we could look forward to hearing on these two projects.
Right. Production-wise, everything is Rex. Engineering-wise, everything is Rex. And Bassetti Loft, he has one. Him and Lex did a crossover like on a beat for me. So like it was like they gang up on one beat. I think the song is called Pressure. So it was Bassetti Loft and Rex on that. Everything else is just strictly T-Rex, Rexstrumentals, who was also a big part of Sagini and like the spearhead of Stethoscope music. So Rex did all the engineering and production. And he younger than me, bro. Like he 19, 20. Like this way he sound. Like I just, from early SoundCloud days, like I tripled over sound like bassy beats and stuff like that. He just have like a really definitive sound, aggressive type of, but at the same time he can switch it up and put the finesse. He's an awesome piano player and he just have a good ear for music. So that's like my that's like my 40. If I was Drake, that's 40.
Yeah.
Feature wise, like I said, I got Chase on there. I was dying to do something with Chase for a minute. I think Chase, in my opinion, is like one of the best female rappers here, if not the best. So I got Chase on there, Judah the Lion. I remember when I wasn't even doing music, I used to go to Volume Music Bar and like watch this boy sing and get goosebumps, but like not even no homo, dog, like real shit. Like I just would sit there and be mesmerized, because Judah's a great talent too. So he on there. I got Folk Grizzy from FG Music, yeah. Shout out Folk Grizzy, shout out Cody and Shorty. They like my favorite Bohemian trap rappers is in FG. So like I like the whole movement, and I have a young artist by the name of Foot. Foot like 17. He's got a school reading the back there. What's the name? CC. I think
CC Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, like he like 17, like he like sound like Kodak, big. Like no, I don't even want to like put him in that box, but like he have a really unique sound too. I have him like on 2 or 3 songs, and like the way I find out about him, like I say, Sagini and I had an old recording studio in Chippy, and one day me and Rex was like, the door just was open, we was playing some beats, and like this little boy like walked by, he's like, boy, this is a studio. I was like, yeah. And Rex like, he was rapping, and he's like, yeah, I bet. And like he just started coming through like every afternoon, like just showing love, just showing strength. We'd sit down, like we chilling out or whatever. And like one day Rex just like let him up on the mic, and I was like, fire, bro. And he sang this hook, and I was like, boy, I need the hook, Rex. And like that's the hook for Out Here. The song on the project is called Out Here. It's me, him, and Folk Grizzy on that one. And he with me on Street Life with Judah too. Like he's amazing young dude. Like it's my woe too. Like it's amazing how things just as like fall into place like this, because like I say, all these records was like throwaways from last year, but I think it's like really gonna be something for like Bohemian hip hop is like people here who just like rap music to like digest and appreciate. So I just really excited to share it with everybody really soon.
So we about to jump into the section that I enjoy doing.
Ooh.
Every artist that comes in here, I ask them to do what I call Live and Direct Top 6. Where I ask you to give me a top 6 artists of all time, but 3 of them have to be Bohemian. So who would be Von Trapp's top 6 artists of all time?
Of all time. We can start with let's go. I'll do my Bohemians for the first 3. I feel like of my Bohemian artist, Ronnie Butler will probably be number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm trying not to just like be biased as far as rap goes too. I'd say Ronnie Butler, Judah the Lion, and Sweet Emily for Bohemian. For top 3 artists, like overall, Kid Cudi is my favorite artist, hands down, number 1. He got number 1. Kanye West and A$AP Rocky, I'd say like they've been like the top 6.
I haven't heard anybody claim Kanye in a while, Dread.
That's because of what he did for me, like as far as like inspiration goes, like being definitive and like having a hand in like me becoming an artist.
Right.
Like he gave us Kid Cudi, like he signed Kid Cudi, and then after he brought Kid Cudi out, Kid Cudi became my favorite artist.
Right.
So like that's just like where a lot of inspiration. So like you gotta pay homage. Like if them fellas probably wasn't making music, I probably wouldn't be making music.
True.
You see?
So you wanna shout out anybody before we get up out of here?
Shout out my mommy. I love my mommy. Shout out Sandra Morrison. She gave me life and stuff. God, she would tell me God gave me life. Like I love my mommy. Shout out Sagini, the whole team, everybody over there. Rex, all of them. Shout out ALMG, Brethrens, Martin Way, Leo, y'all know it, go 88 times. All my Brethrens now, who was like actually very instrumental in helping me to like get into this too. And all the other artists, we shout out all the other artists out there doing their thing. We just keep striving, I know you say the term a lot, keep pushing, but like just stay encouraged and keep making this art.
Yeah, man. You got to shout out your Grammy too, though, because she used to plug, man. She plug you into plenty classics.
Shout out Grammy, Helen Morrison. Shout out Grammy, Captain Von Trapp.
I think I need to interview Grammy because she sounded.
Grams is an OG, bro. That's the OG right there.
Yeah, man, you've been locked into Live and Direct with your Shooty D's and Incredible. My special guest, Von Trapp. And don't you forget, Live and Direct is brought to you by Mac Joe's Cookie Treats and Sweets, who bake up the most delicious, most amazing decorated and specialty cookies and cinnamon rolls in the Bahamas. In fact, I got one of them right here, an amazing creation that she did in honor of Marvel's Black
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
And guess what? This one's for my special guest.
No,
this
man.
This is Von Trapp.
Oh,
that's for you, man.
Wakanda forever.
So, until next time, we gotta push out.